Hi everyone, it's Nathan here again. Welcome to my driving video of this 2000 Toyota Camry LE 4-cylinder automatic, 173,000 miles. Just like to give you a very quick 1-minute walk around of this car before we hop in it to drive it. Silver metallic on the outside, 173,000 miles. The car runs great, drives great, everything works like it should. We're going to take it out and drive it on some city streets and freeway streets. There's nothing negative to mention whatsoever, but it's just an awesome car, make an awesome car for anyone. Low cost of ownership, great reliability, great car for a first-time driver in my opinion. So clean and nice. Just like to show you the outside here and the inside, just a peek so you can see what we're driving. There's a complete walk-around video of this car on my channel, inside, outside, under the hood, engine compartment, and all of that. So take a look at that. Very, very detailed of the exact conditions of the car. So take a look at that as well. And with all that, between the two, you can definitely experience this car just like if you were here looking at it in person yourself. So with all that said, if you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. And here we go. All right, and now here we go. Had to get my seatbelt on and shut the door and all those things. Thanks again for watching and joining and riding along with me here to check out this nice Camry with 173,000 miles, which is certainly lower than it should be. This car literally should have double. This car should have 346,000 miles. If you take this car's mileage divided by the current time, it's about 7,500 miles per year. It's definitely well under any industry average that you choose to use. If you use the 15,000 mile a year calculation, it should certainly have double. It runs great, it drives great, everything works like I said in my complete walk around video. It's been well cared for, well maintained, with the same family since 49,000 miles. That was in 2004, so for about 19 years, and since 49,000 miles. Air conditioning works. Not going to use it today because it's a little cold today, but it does work just perfectly well. Brakes are all brand new, so they have zero issues. While we're at this red light, I'm going to tell you, in case you didn't see the walk around video, this car just had a lot of new parts. So a brand new timing belt water pump. It's a Ison timing belt water pump component kit. So timing belt, water pump, crank seal, cam seal, all the little seals in there, all replaced. Also all new brakes, front and back, new front brakes, rotors and hoses, new rear brake shoes, drums, and hardware. Also had a new valve cover gasket, new spark plug wires. The spark plugs themselves were actually pretty new. A new left front axle in the front, a new engine air filter, new oil. So this car is ready to go, ready to drive, ready to enjoy. So all the tires were balanced as well, so we certainly shouldn't see or feel any tire vibrations on this drive. I already know it's good because I've driven it, of course, prior to making this video. The steering wheel's perfectly straight. It doesn't pull one way or the other. I mean, there is absolutely nothing negative to say about this car. And as a general statement, like I said, on the walk around video. Excuse me, Mr. Crow, eating your breakfast. Why are Camrys so great? For why everyone knows, because they're roomy and spacious, yes. They've got a fair amount of room, nice sized trunk, but they don't cost anywhere near what that costs to own and operate and maintain. I mean, those are beautiful cars, don't get me wrong, but a Toyota will never leave you stranded, always reliable, always starts up, and when it does need something, it won't break your wallet. Does anyone know what the acronym for BMW stands for? One of the funny acronyms? Break my wallet. It's about the truth. So Toyota does not do anything of the sort. Toyota will keep you happy, keep you full of money, and won't break your wallet when you need to do repairs, and won't break your wallet at the fuel pump. This car gets super fuel mileage. This is a 4-cylinder, so there was a 6-cylinder version offered in this time period. It's also a great motor, but the 4-cylinder is kind of more of the winner, and great fuel mileage, great reliability, low cost of ownership. And those are all things that anyone that's sensible about what they spend on a car should want to hear. It's good acceleration. It's not a race car, but it's got good acceleration, what you should expect. There's 55 miles per hour, nice and smooth and straight. I believe this would be a great car for a first-time driver, if I haven't already said that. If I have, you can slap my hand. Just think it's a great car for a young, inexperienced driver. I think it's real good visibility. It's obviously not a huge investment-wise. Great reliability. A proven car and a proven brand. So I like to say that because I think it's important. I think when a car brand or a particular model has great ratings behind it, you can't develop that kind of stuff overnight. It takes time. So when you go look up reviews on this car, which I'd encourage you to do, everyone that owns one, 99% of the people that own one, there's always going to be a few bad apples, but 99% of the people that own one are exceptionally pleased with it, and all of those hot button words apply. All of the review and rating sites where you see people review their cars and give their feedback to others on if they would encourage to buy one on a Toyota Camry throughout all the years is a high 4 score, 4.7, 4.8. People are very happy with the cars because that's what these cars do. So I mentioned on the walk around video about my aunt, who is 83 currently and bought her 1996 Toyota Camry, so the generation before this, in 1997. It's her first car, and it's the only car she's ever owned because she didn't start driving until her husband had passed, and it's the only car she's owned, but she's now owned it for 26 years, and it's going strong, and it's a great car. So how about that? She might be a one and done. She might be the first and only car she's ever owned, and for who knows how much longer. Could be another 10 years maybe. So if you want to fast forward a little bit from this point, we'll be out on the freeway. I'm just going to continue to record through these city streets as we make our way to the freeway, but we're going to eventually get to the freeway here in a few minutes, and we will will go a few miles down the freeway, a few miles back, test it out at a little higher speed for you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. I have said on many videos, but I'll say it again, I am self-taught, self-made amateur videographer, photographer, but developed my skill set all on my own and very proud of what I do, but I still feel that my work is very amateur, but I am good with that, and most people seem to appreciate it that way. I like to hear about how my video has helped you, whether it's help educate you about the cars, help educate you about some feature, or encourage you to buy one yourself. I like to hear it. So I have always enjoyed to be a helpful person to others. So please leave your comments or feedback about that in the comments. I like to read them, try to reply to as much stuff as I can. There's a lot of comments on a lot of my videos, but like to try to keep up with them. So yes, share with me how my video may have benefited you in whatever way it did. I would like to hear about it. And if you really like what I do, please subscribe to my channel. Give it the thumbs up and click the subscribe link. Bit of heavy traffic today. Hopefully it's not the case out on the freeway. Jeez. If only people could learn how to drive in a roundabout, this would go a lot faster, but unfortunately still not sure that people do know how. The owner's manual sliding back and forth inside the glove box when I go around that roundabout, in case you're wondering what you just heard. I can hear it. That's what it was. I've had people on past videos comment when my hand is gripping the steering wheel and it makes this sound, this like twisty sound. I've had people comment wondering what that was. I can't provide a serenely quiet environment. I try to do the best I can so that eliminate any outside noises, so you can just hear the car engine, things like that. But all right, so we're getting close here to the freeway. And I actually did turn on the air conditioning because I'm a little warm. I have a jacket on, might not need the jacket, but turned on the air conditioning. It's on right now, and it is definitely working well. It's nice and cold. Excuse me. I like to say, with a little bit older cars, look around at what's on the road. Look at what's right next to us. That's like a 2000, 2001, 2002 Honda Civic, so it's really not much newer than this Toyota, but I can promise that this Toyota, that Honda, will be outgoing that Land Rover that's on the other side of that Civic. That thing will be dead long before these two cars are. Land Rovers are about some of the highest cost of ownership and maintenance you could possibly get yourself involved with. But look at that little Civic going away. You know, my point is, I always say, look around at what's still on the road, and you know which cars are going to prevail and going to last and obviously are reliable and obviously are worth putting the money into maintaining. You know, when you see, just like my aunt with a 96 Camry, older than this, or you see 90s Honda Accords, there's a lot of them still around, just like this Camry, this era Hondas and Toyotas. People continue to fix them and maintain them because they're worth it. So, just my thoughts, audibly. All right, there is 72, 73 miles per hour. Nice and smooth and straight. Not as much traffic out here. So I have just engaged the cruise there at 72 or 3. So you can see the little cruise light out in the corner, and I don't have my feet on the pedals any longer. And there's the cruise control. Push up and speed it up to 75, there it is. So, cruise works like it should. I'm gonna turn that cruise off because I like to stay in control when I'm videoing, because you don't want to be using too many automated systems. But a nice ride. Comfortable. Seats are very comfortable. There is a ton of leg room. I mean, I'm right about 6 feet tall, a little over, a little under, depending on who's measuring, and you can see how my leg is nicely stretched out, and I've got this leg propped up here against the door panel. I'm comfortable. I have plenty of leg room, which the leg room comment is in a lot of the comments of people who have owned this car, talking about how it had a lot of. I have the seat all the way back just for point of reference, but I also like to keep it all the way back and keep my camera zoomed way out so that you can really get a feel for this drive experience, kind of as if you were here. So, but I'm very comfortable. It's comfortable on my butt, comfortable on my back. It's very, very, very comfortable car. Like I keep saying, it isn't anything glamorous or over the top exciting, you know, like some fancy car, but it does everything that it's supposed to do. And at the end of the day, as many really expensive cars as there are that are now out and available and so on, at the end of the day, all the car is doing is taking you from point A, say where we started, to point B, where we're going to end up. Taking you from point A, your house, to, you know, your job at that building right there. That's all the car's doing. So, oh, there's one of my favorites over on the side street over there, off in the distance. Look at that. Yeah. See that burgundy Lincoln Town Car over there? Love Lincoln Town Cars. So, at the end of the day, that's what the car is doing. So, it's a matter of if you want to be practical or you need to be flashy. Alright, we're going to exit this exit here, Beach Road. And we're going to turn left and get back on the freeway, go back the same way we came for a couple more miles of the same. thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. As I said a few minutes ago, I do appreciate you. I appreciate... Oh boy. That guy was coming over a little soon. I appreciate your views, your comments, your subscriptions, your suggestions. And of course, I love to hear how my video has helped or inspired you or educated you in some way. So please share. Ooh, air conditioning is honestly so cold that I have to turn it down. It's very, very cold. My ears are actually cold. The tips of my ears are cold. I was hot a minute ago, now I'm cold. You'd think something else was going on, but not possible. That was a joke. All right. Green light, green light. See the acceleration here. I mean, I'm lightly pressing the pedal. Another red light. These lights don't take too long. I'm lightly pressing the pedal just for demonstration purposes. I think since we're at this red light, once I turn left here and I get the green light, I will accelerate a little harder just to show you how it sounds and how it goes up to speed getting on the freeway. So here we go. So easy acceleration, and then we'll push her down a little bit. This is kind of the, if you need to do this, you can. So that's not bad for a little 4-cylinder. Look at that. 65 already. Boom, 70 miles an hour, and we're not even to the yield sign. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I mean, I don't even remember what the horsepower rating is for this car. I think it's like 140 maybe. It's not a lot, but again, it does what you need to do, so. And here we are back on the freeway. Whoops, almost at 80 miles an hour. Look at me go, race car driver. If you want to see a really fast car that sounds pretty amazing, I recently did a bit on a 2016 Corvette Z06. You talk about unnecessary horsepower and speed, that car is it. It's on my channel. Take a look if you want to hear something growl when it's running and when it's driving down the freeway. Ooh, that car had insane amount of power. It was basically scary. Ooh, ooh. I just spotted, but I didn't turn the camera fast enough. There was a 1993 Jaguar on that side road over there where I spotted that Lincoln Town car. Neat car. Also a very high maintenance car, just like a Land Rover, but still a neat car. Handles the bumps there, like over the pass, pretty well. Made a little bit of noise from the bumps from the tires and whatever the case, but it's definitely pretty well overall. It's not bouncy or crazy. It's a bit windy today, and actually the wind noise inside this car is really not bad at all either. There's an example of what I talked about on the walk around video. You see that white Honda over there. It's got some rust eating up the left rear dog opening on the left rear tire, the dog leg area, and then there's a lot of black coming out of the tailpipe that's stained the bumper. That's an example, I would say, of someone who probably doesn't take the best care of the car, but yet it's still going. And I bet that car has a lot of mileage. That's about an 05. That's about an 05 Honda Accord. And so that's only 5 years newer than this car, and you can see the black all over the bumper. That car's clearly burning oil and probably pretty rough, but it's still going. So that's an example, as I mentioned in my walk around video, of where you can, not that you should, but for people that don't even take the decent care of their Japanese car, they can still make it even with minimal care and maintenance. Not that that's the right thing to do, and not that I encourage that, because I don't, but some people choose to neglect their car, and that's what happens. Corolla. All right, we're going to exit here. Ford Bronco, Ford F-100 truck on a trailer on the other side of the road, 1970 something. I like to comment about things that I see while I drive to make the video that I'm making, just if you haven't noticed, but you know, it's worth talking about. Brings up some talking points when you see certain things. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Thanks for any comments, suggestions. Much appreciated. I think this is a fantastic car. I think this, with all of the new parts and the way it has been taken care of, unlike that Honda we just saw, the way this car has been taken care of, there's no reason that this car shouldn't be able to give a new owner 100,000 miles of service with ease, and probably more. I stand by what I said in the beginning, that I think that the mileage on this is about half of what it should be, and certainly is low for its age, because it is. And I think it would make a great car for a first-time driver. Look at how I turn the steering wheel with just my index finger, because the steering is very easy, very light. I think it'd make a great car for an older person like my 83-year-old aunt, or a young driver, first-time driver, or just anyone that needs basic, reliable, and sensible transportation, because that is what this certainly is. So, proven brand, proven car, and there's a Corvette like the one I was talking about, and just sensible choice, sensible to buy. Look at how we've driven, and that gas gauge hasn't even moved. Super fuel economy right here too. So thank you all very much. I do appreciate every person, every view, every comment. Even if you have a critique, please leave it. I like to hear it. But yes, leave me your comments, your suggestions, your feedback. Subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing, what I have done. Talk about people in the roundabouts. That guy stopped. He didn't have to stop. If you like what I'm doing, what I've done, please subscribe. I appreciate it. And don't forget, I'm an amateur here. But nonetheless, I will see you next time. Peace. Bye-bye.